Hello, and welcome back to Kenshi. Once again, guys, we're still doing this narrative over the top of the video. Now, here at the moment, I can't remember exactly where we're up to, but actually I do. We've got some bandits incoming, which I saw coming. So I've got the guys to put down the guys that are carrying, and we're going to try and head them off at the pass. And for some reason, one of the guys decides to run completely the wrong direction. Good old feck. But there you go, there they are. They're coming in, so we've got everybody ready to go in for the offensive. Go charging on in. And obviously this is part 20. Yes, part 20. Not 19, not 17, not 21, but part 20. Not like episode 19, where I said it was 20. This is 20. So yeah, we get the combat happening. And I don't know if you guys noticed at all, but Feck was running a bit faster. And poor Harp, he's still pretty much knackered at the moment. He can't move very fast at all. This is actually quite funny. He's charging to attack somebody. They die. He charges to attack somebody else. Doesn't quite make it. So change directions for a third time. Still doesn't make it. Changes directions one more time. Now he's getting close. Still doesn't make it. So now he's going off to heal Infinite Wingwang. And this is one of the things where the game has kind of gone backwards, where before anybody would medic anybody. Now everybody else is waiting for Harp, because Harp's going to medic Infinite Wingwang. We're waiting for him to get there and do that. So I get Infinite Wingwang to start first aiding himself. Then we get him to pick up Harp. Because obviously Harp doesn't move very well. And then, because Feck was actually moving okay, I'm pretty sure we select everybody else. Even though his legs are 22, he's still kind of moving. Look at that, he's running. Go Feck. So, because Feck can move okay, we select everybody, deselect Wingwang, and do the bodyguard trick again. Now, at this point, I left this house recording because we're actually coming up on the mountain behind Telbooze. And, if that's the mountain there. Now, Telbooze is up to the left of that mountain. Now, you can run all the way around the bottom side, but there's actually a way you can come up over here and then run around the side, and there's a little rear access you can get into it. So we head that way. And I left this recording so we could show you guys basically that pretty much route. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. Telbooze is just over this hill, etc, etc. So how's everybody been? Hope you've all been well. Had another glorious day at work today. It was fantastic. I'm still pointing at something about that big hill. I actually had a base up there at one point. So this is why I definitely remember, straight out there is Clownsteady. And over in that direction, that there would be Brink, where Valpyria's hiding. So it's fairly open area out there. There's no real big hills or anything in the road. You can just run straight through the desert if you want to travel that way. But we click over here, and then we run alongside the mountain for a little bit, and then I decided, right, well, just basically follow this mountain around, and I'll be back when we find the track that heads up. So that's what we do. So get the guys moving again in that direction. And this is the track that heads up. So we just run around that side of the mountain there, come down here, and it's pretty obvious that runs up here, go near the trees, and there's the backside Telbooze, which is fantastic. Now I've also sped this up. This little particular episode went, well, section of recording went for about 10 minutes, and of which some of it I was just looking around to see what things were going on, because obviously this place was derped out a fair bit before. And once again, there's a trader you cannot get access to because in that little gully you can't actually gain access to him. So we have a look around. Okay, there's the beds. We'll get Infinite Wingwang, go in, drop Harp in there. Then have a look at a couple of other guys that are a bit down a little bit, and we drop them in there as well. Very soon. Should do that straight away, so as soon as you get them on the healing, the sooner they'll get through. Now here we actually pick up Blend. Apparently this is how derped out the game's been. They're just healing him now after all the damage from before. Because obviously we just reloaded the city back in. So we decided to hire Blend. He's another fighter, fantastic. So we pick him up, and we decided to do the right thing. Straight away, we get rid of the combat, we buy him a med kit with Blend, and we make him a medic. Just like that. Fantastic. But once again, poor Blend's got no face, because we didn't do any modifications to him. Now we've got Blood to have a look in the other bar, see if make sure there's nobody in there, which there's not, because they're still down the other section, on the other side of the wall. We can't get access to them. GG. But that's okay, because we didn't really want anybody else from here anyway, because I've got a plan for my last person. So, yeah, we get there and throw people in bed, and this is another reason why I sped this up, because I was just kind of derping around in town for a little bit, not doing a great deal. I moved some of the guys down at one point, see if they can get action, but it doesn't really happen, so the guys are beaten up a bit. We throw them in bed. So I'll grab the rest of the crew, bring them down, because there's a little bit of fighting going on down there, so I'll bring them down, see if they want to get involved, which apparently they don't. They decide, no, we're not getting involved in this is their problem. And yes, still got people down there that I can't get access to. I keep looking at them. Can't get them, leave them be. Once again, I say these guys just stand around not doing anything. Yep, there's no dead guy or dying guy. Yeah, still can't get them guys. Stop looking at them. You'd think I would have learnt by now, wouldn't you? So anyway, we still hang around here for a bit longer. Now decided, oh, we'll give Blend his face. That's a good idea. So welcome to your face. And I'm still hanging around. We're going to head up back over that way. And yes, still looking around. This is why we sped the video up, this particular bit, because it was just me derping around most of the time. So, and I wasn't remembering half the stuff we were saying. So now everybody's healed up, and we're running back up towards Trader's Edge. Trader's Edge, lovely place to go visit. You remember Trader's Edge? I remember Trader's Edge. It's a lovely place. It was our first stop when we started the game. We started down the bottom there and ran up towards Trader's Edge. That's one of those. We ended up getting all the loot from the Dust Bandit boss. And then we saw the Sand Ninjas getting attacked and the Jonin. We ditched all our Sand Ninja boss stuff and not Sand Ninja, Dust Bandit boss stuff. And we ran and took as much of the ninja stuff as we could. Then we bought Flick. And that was the start of something grand, I hope. And look, here it comes. Yes, we're coming back to Deathmount. There it is. Bloody Deathmount. Welcome back to episode 10. Boy. So, yeah, it's been a few episodes obviously have gone by since we had that little incident. Obviously the guys got a lot better now, so hopefully that won't happen again. But yeah, this is what I'm saying. Remember this place? Da 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 da. Get a bit closer. And get the guys to start heading up this way. I don't know if you remember, but at the very start we couldn't afford to buy Ryoko. She was the medic that was in Trader's Edge. Well, she's going to be our last one. She's going to be our last recruit. We couldn't afford it before, but we can afford it now. And we've got a little plan that she's going to do. And here, we're getting attacked by some guys on a cliffside. So I ran away from them a little bit, and there were some more guys coming in from Death Mountain. Mound, hill, whatever. Yep, that place. Yeah, there. So I'm like, alright, we'll just run up here. You know, the guys run fairly quick these days. We can always turn around if somebody gets caught. Because Blend's hanging back a fair bit. In the end, I just changed my mind. I get away from these guys on the mountain a little bit because your guys will try to attack them. And we actually have an issue with that. even though we do run away a bit. And then we get the guys to attack. Very shortly. Yeah, they're actually running down to attack the guys at the bottom. Those guys are moving there, so we've turned around and told them to attack all. These guys go, oh, alright, we'll get these guys. Yep, fair enough. And so they're still trying to get these guys on this mountain as well, which they can't get to. So we start our fight. And we get partially through the fight. And you'll notice that at some point, a few of the guys, after a few of the dust bands here are down, they decide, hey, we've got more enemies over here, let's go beat up on them. So 4 or 5 of them actually go off down that way. So obviously that takes them out of this combat. But it doesn't do you any favours because we can't get to those guys on the mountain. Otherwise, yeah, we would have more guys to play with. It could be a whole new, adventure with Death Mountain. So I'm pretty sure very soon the guys start to make their break. A few of them run down because they're starting to dwindle down numbers. I'm pretty sure when the next guy at the bottom falls down, there we go. So all those guys decide, hey, you guys, we want to play. I'm like, no, you don't need to fight them. Come back up here. So get them to come back up. I think Harp was there as well because he's still moving. Well, that can't be Harp. Somebody's moving slow. Someone's taking damage to their leg. And it's not Harp because he should be healed up. Who is that? I can't see. Is that Harp again? It's a short name. It could be Harp because he's selected. Bastard, look after your legs. So here, everybody else decides, hey, we'll go down and beat these guys up. So I click up here to drag them further up. Now I don't know if you guys can notice, but up further, there's some more little black entities. More buddies, more peoples. Well, that's everybody from Trader's Edge. We found another bug in the game. Because obviously this is coming to the end of a like a 2-hour recording session. And we've ran a long way. We've come from one side of the map back. So here, the guys, because I've flipped on the other side, they're trying to get to the other side. And they're wigging out. Because there's an invisible boundary they can't get past. It takes me a little while to work this out. Only a little while. But eventually, there's a light bulb moment. Light bulb. And I finally work out, hey, there's a problem. But it does take me a little bit. And eventually I go right up fairly close to the other guys at the top. Because I'm like still clicking over here. Like, come on guys, over here. Yeah boss, no worries. We're just going to run along this invisible boundary wall. And up this way. And this is when I actually finally noticed that all the people out of Trader's Edge are all standing around up the top. So, what are you guys doing here? What's all this? And it's everybody out of Trader's Edge. Now, this is I say it's a bit of a bug, and the only real known way I could know of how to fix it. I tried to do what they call a reload the nav mesh. That didn't help. So I mean, I saved the game, tried to reload the nav mesh. That didn't work. The only fix was to close the game down and restart. So in the end, that's what we ended up doing. We shut it down, refire it back up, and I still don't fix my microphone because I'm that much of an intelligent guy. I backed the guys off a little bit, and I'm like, alright guys, well there's a problem here, so I'm going to try and do this. We're back in a bit. So, yeah, obviously once we reload, we come back after this episode, guys. We don't have this issue anymore, and we'll see a nice little freight train of people running back into Trader's Edge. We'll see you for the choo-choo train in the next one. Alright guys, bye.